Hey YouTube, Mike here. How are we doing today? Hope we all had a very safe and productive week. Alright, today I've had numerous questions on things that people see while I'm doing work in the shop. And they've sent me questions on, you know, what's this, what's that. So I figured since I'm pretty much about 99% done with the shop, why don't I just do a tour and point out the certain things that they've asked. Okay, so let me get this off the tripod quick and we'll go on the tour. Now I do have the door down. I have my neighbors doing lawn work. But over here again it's the same thing. It's the 5.5 25-gallon compressor that I have for one reel. And then I have a pressure reducing valve and a moisture trap right there. And then I have extra hose in case I got to make it out to the street. And then gardening equipment for my wife. Then on the we'll do this wall first. Then all my clamps, my rigid planer on a DeWalt cart. We'll take this off in a second. Then my Craig router table with a Jessam lift and a DeWalt 2.5 horsepower router that I can pull out and connect it to the vac system over on the left. My Craig table, assembly table. Then in the back there I have a charger and then my bucket for washing the cars. So all my clamps. My CT26, and here's the first one. This is an Oneida Cyclone air separator that is specifically designed to go on top of excuse me, a CT dust vac. Not the MIDI, not the MIDI. You know, it will go on to one of those. It clamps right on, as you can see. And then I have the jacketed hose, and I usually use that to bring it outside onto the driveway. Then my rigid support, my DeWalt table, more clamps, actually a rockler, and then my sanding cart, which is a video on the building of it. But I have my Rikon belt disc sander, a small belt disc sander, which is 1x30, and then my oscillating spindle sander. Then inside of the sustainers, I keep all kinds of sandpaper, and I'll just show you quickly. Inside of this sustainer is actually a domino, and I keep the Festool sanding blocks. I will be doing a separate video on my Festool. Then I keep a separate shop vac, my sheet goods, and Kaizen foam, planes, my turning chisels, more of my Milwaukee tools, my chisels, vice grips, my TSO MTR18 I keep up there, and my lumber. I got 35-foot Husky reel. And then my second question, so as you can see, it's a Rikon Air Filtration 400, a 62-400. It's remotely activated and will filter the air throughout the ceiling of the garage. My two MFT3 tables that I have SYS drawers. One will roll out. It has my 55 and above it is clamps. My original CT22 I got off of eBay. My Grizzly sharpener that I actually going to be using just for my knives. Then more drawers. I keep pretty much hand tools that I need to use off of the MFT table, and then my Incra measuring. Cavalieri rack that goes on the side with 4 bags. 2 of these have pocket screws and 2 have sheetrock screws. I keep my ruler, a knife, my Festool Vac System, the vacuum. This here you can find off of the Conturo website it's a system that mounts the vacuum system just above the table that you can rotate it. And then my foot pedal, my hose, everything is here. I keep screws and jig pieces, but here is a question that was asked. What are the knobs I use? And they're woodpecker. They're woodpecker knobs. They come in 1/4 and 5/16. As you can see, it's a whole set of them. And then in this box is all of the bolts, different sizes, washes, plastic washes, spacers, anything you need to make any type of jig implement. Okay, I bought another DeWalt 60 volt, so I don't use the big compressor, I'll use this so it's not making so much noise. I have the boom arm, and what I did, and here's another question, I took a Gladiator hook and zip tied it to the boom arm, and that was the hook that hangs the hose back, and that's all it is. It's a Gladiator hook you can get from Lowe's. Okay, on this wall here, let me get out over here. On this wall here, I built all of my Festool wall with all the SYS drawers. I think I have a total of 65 drawers. And then I have the Festool sanding pads, and then all the those little blocks I built that will house all different drills and countersinks, nut drivers, wood countersinks. This is my stack system that basically is just filled with, nuts, bolts, screws. My edge banding, and I keep the color dots, cardboard for epoxy, tape, more, plug cutters, self feeders, taps, refrigerator. Here is my where I keep my track, and then down here I keep the 16 and the PE for the track, and then standard and metric open end wrenches. Then my miter saw station, which is a video, and there's your stand I use when I do my videos. It's the fast cap 5-foot track, 2 sides, with the best fence. Let me just move this out of the way. Then my charging, batteries, and then chargers that I don't very rarely use. Pens. Here is my Dremel Station, my cordless Dremels, bits, charges, whatever I need to use a Dremel. In this cabinet I keep nuts, bolts, and automotive stuff. And here is my edge banding hideaway. That's where I keep all the fast cap edge banding. The Kaizen phone tucks right in. Okay, let's do this. Here is another question. This is the IVAC, and it's the S11520-A-NA, which means 115 volt, 20 amp. And basically, I turn it on. Takes a second or two, turns off. And I keep it right here. And then I use the chop saw right away. It's always on the blast gate. I close this blast gate, open this blast gate right here, and now I have this extension here that I can put onto the bandsaw, the sander, or the router table. Boxes, and as you can see, hole covers, handles, knobs. This is from Woodpecker. Little drawers. I'm going to be putting rivets in them. All the new Milwaukee tools, which I'll be reviewing. The heat gun works phenomenal. Another sander, which I have to repair. My toolbox. Just keep all different sockets in it. Ratchets. And so on. My Rikon 16-inch bandsaw with a Craig fence. 8-inch Ryobi grinder, my Cyclone, the Vortex jet with the self-cleaning filter, an extra hose for my Festool, my face shield, paints, there's my hose, a sewer pipe, my Craig clamps and spring clamps, mallards, small sledgehammers, my vac bags. Okay, my jet bench top, which I put onto a rolling cart, which actually is on a video, SYS drawers, and in there, they're all drill bits, Forstner bits, hole saws, pen bits, all my clamps, my drill blocks, extra pieces, my outfeed table. My outfeed table is a Craig work table, which I built in MFT, which also incorporates locking wheels that I can pull out, bring over, and then I have a 3-prong and a New Yortrix plug, and this yellow cord right there, 25 feet, plugs in. Now I got power to the table, or I can power up. Woodpecker drill press table with all woodpecker, again, the red knobs for the hold down. I can move it wherever I want to. Then my baby, let's get this over here for a second. Saw stop, 1 3/4 horsepower, 36-inch, with the smaller above arm dust extractor, and then it's connected to a separate Rikon 1 3/4 horsepower canister vac bag inside of it, and this is just for the table saw. That's it. Clean the bag out. I just throw the bag out once a month. My table saw sled, and then in here, you know, I have different fixtures for tables, brakes, dado brake, my push blocks, and then I have my blades in here, different blades. All right. Oh, and here's something, I lost the tape for it, but it's a portable hobby table. I can put my paints, my tools, my brushes, my water, my glue, throw my models on here. I'm just going to paint it up. I can go outside on my patio. All right, I think that's it. You know, I got up there, I keep my tap and dies, more pieces for the vac system, biscuits, vacuum bags, hole saws, leather. Oh, over here, my mini sustainers. As you can see, air fittings, pen sanding, but the most important, it's a video, my mini sustainer humidor, Spanish cedar. I have a video on it, and then I keep one of these moisture packs in there. And these are my cigars for work and for out here in the garage. And then in here, I keep every inch of real estate. My gun cleaning, car cleaning, my light for when I do the videos, all my Festool edge, clamping, router pieces. There's my drills. And inside of there is stains. And then my woodpecker stuff. All my 90-degree edge clamping. And all my clamps. Alright, let's get this back on the stand. I'm sweating in this garage. Okay, YouTube. The spray booth. It's at my shop, and that I've had a lot of questions on. If you want, like, something like I have the measurements, I have a drawing of this, the spray booth. Just ask me, and most of the stuff I have drawings on, I will scan it and email it to you. Okay. I hope you enjoyed the shop tour and the questions that were, if they were answered. I will include my email. If you would like Mike's Woodshop sticker, just put your contact information and I will send you out a sticker. All right, YouTube, you all have a happy and a safe Memorial Day, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.